palate always leans towards sweet. There are a lot of cocktails that might have been sent back saying, "यार इसमें मीठा कम लग रहा है." Correct? Because why? We as a whole country love sweets, and our palate is also in tune that way. So for India and for Asian countries, we actually created a whole different recipe, which involves equal part of Aperol and Cinzano Prosecco and only one part of soda water. So about 60 ml of Aperol, 60 ml of Cinzano Prosecco and 20 ml of soda. That is a perfect Aperol spritz. And to build a whole culture around Aperol spritz also, know what we did, Aperol as a brand and Campari as a company, what they did, they noticed that in Italy, when the 9 to 5 people, once they are done with their jobs, they don't go home. They're like, "Ghar to baad mein bhi ja sakte." They go to cafes, they go to bars, they go to pubs, and they don't order beers. They don't order beers. Beer is a complete British culture and Indian culture, which we obviously adapted from them. But in Italy, they don't order beers when they go to a cafe. They will order for themselves a spritz, or they will order for themselves probably a light or a very dry Shiraz wine, something like that. So Aperol and Campari people, they got together and they were like, "Bro, how can we bank on this?" And that's how the whole culture of Aperol spritz also started, because this became like a after work starting drink to start off the evening before you move on to a little bit more heavier ones depending on what day of the week it is, and next day you immediately shift there. But that is how the whole Aperol spritz culture was also built across. Today, Aperol spritz is actually one of the prime sponsors for Australian Wimbledon Cup, Australian Open Tennis Championship. If you go on Aperol's page, you'll consistently keep on seeing some of the other association that keeps on about happening. In fact, Desperate Housewives, Cougar Town, a whole lot of these TV series have stars just sitting in the afternoon by the pool sipping on Aperol spritz rather than a champagne or a mimosa or a beer. That's how this brand has integrated itself into people's lives through culture, media, and a whole lot of different things. And it's a really nice drink also. Now I need somebody over here who can demonstrate to you guys how great Aperol spritz is made. Who'll come? You'll only get to see. I'll do the tasting since I can't pass the glasses also to you guys. But yeah, who'll come? Come on.
जाओ
अरे हिचकिचाना क्या है?
जाओ
Come on.
यार जाओ उठ के जाओ जाओ चलना दो
Bro, you come. Okay, so we'll use the Indian recipe because we all get mostly Indian crowds as well. So 60 ml of Aperol, 60 ml of Cinzano Prosecco and 20 ml of soda. First, we fill the glass with ice to the brim. Go ahead. Ice is a must. You have to like गले तक भर दो. Come on guys, cheer him. What are you doing? This chance Karnataka में why? Come on.
top of the one.
Yeah. Yeah, that one. Now 60 ml of sparkling wine. Since we have Cinzano Prosecco as part of our portfolio, we'll be using that. We'll be using that. But any sparkling wine that you have in your bar that is on the pouring, on the speed rail, you can substitute that as well. Yes. See? That's why I didn't want to open it. I have had too many accidents back at Taj West End with that. Yes, so 60 ml of Cinzano Prosecco or any sparkling wine. Go ahead. That's it. 60 ml of Aperol. Little more. Done. You see the color? Imagine on the pool side a guest ordering this or in a restaurant, and now you top it up with soda. 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Yeah. That's it. For garnish, there's that nice orange slice added in the. Yeah. Yes. Drop it in. Now the most important part when it comes to any form of Aperol spritz that you make, you have to stir the drink very nicely. Why do you have to stir the drink? Correct. So that because all the three liquids that you are using have different densities. So unless you stir the drink, it's not going to mix well. And if it doesn't mix, first the guest will get soda, then as it dilutes down, he'll get that Aperol, and finally he'll get that Prosecco coming in, sneaking in, and we can't have that. We want guests to order another Aperol spritz, and that's how you make an Aperol spritz. Alright? So, cheers to all of you. Thank you for joining in. Nice. So yeah, as you can see, lovely, nice sunset sort of a color. Sitting by the pool, sitting by beach side, kind of gives that whole vibe also, no? Goan Sossegado mode and everything going on. This is a perfect summer drink, to be honest. Goes well during brunches also. So if you have a brunch going on about in any of your outlets, this is something you can suggest to your guests by the glass. A lot of guests actually end up preferring this nowadays by pitcher also as compared to sangrias or beer pitchers, because they feel, oh, 15% ABV, low calories. So that also kind of works for them. But yeah, this doesn't get you high, this doesn't get you too drunk or anything, and you can enjoy a nice evening or an afternoon with all your friends and all. So cheers to all of you. Thank you. You guys can, I know you guys can't taste, but if you would like to sniff it across, I'm just passing the glass, have a look at it.